So a lot of customers, obviously, we've seen issues where we've delivered on, IT's delivered on projects and we've bitten off too much, and there's been issues with success of the program. We're just going to talk a little bit about that, how we prioritise. So as we stand back in terms of the business case, there might be a whole set of parameters that we need to understand that we're going to sell to the business around, as you can see, real-time analytics right down to scalability. But from an IT viewpoint, we're also setting up the system for the future with a clean core, which is different to what a lot of SAP people have been used to, and essentially levels of extensibility ending in BTP, where essentially you've got that cloud platform and software as a service. And on the right-hand side, obviously we're moving CapEx into OpEx, and to some extent, some of those internal OpExes are also being covered by the hyperscaler in terms of the cloud. So what I'm going to do is start on the left-hand side with simplification and categorize the types of objectives that you have within S4HANA program. So as I said before, the simplification is essentially looking at how we can simplify the existing ECC system ready for S4 around custom objects, archiving, preparing for test automation as well. And essentially, as we move around the circle of process transformation, so we're using your tools to assess our processes, we're engaging with the business, and we're looking at inefficiencies in business processes and opportunities to reorganize processes and automate them. On the harmonization side, we're looking at the organizational structure. We might be looking at the chart, for instance, in the finance area, looking at how long we need to keep data, and looking at certain areas that we can integrate customer and vendors within the solution. We're also getting understanding in terms of what solution replacements, warehouse management, EWM. We know BPC is being replaced by SAP Analytics Cloud. And as I say, other software as a service options that are available in the SAP stable around integrated business planning, Concur and Ariba, and obviously outside as well. And then in terms of the architecture, we're moving to cloud, and we're getting an understanding for the issues or the opportunities around moving to private versus moving to a fit to standard and public cloud, which can be used by 1,000 customers, the same software, and which is delivered every 6 months. And then in terms, as I say, on the clean core around SAP BTP as well. So what we've done is essentially come up with a weighting and priority in a survey model around identifying initiatives, weighting them and rating them. So we've got a mocked up example here where we've looked at a number of initiatives from field sales, process analytical platforms, down to implementing new CRM. And essentially what we do, I know it looks quite simplistic, but there's a weighting process for each of those outcomes. And then obviously surveys around the ratings, sorry, Glenn, and then moving forward, we end up with a ranking of those initiatives. And lastly, in this section around we get hark back to the business case, return on innovation, and essentially looking at the metrics we need to be considering, as Glenn said, the intangible metrics around the brand value, employee satisfaction, social media mining, the financial metrics around what revenue opportunities there is for the deliverable of the transformation, market metrics around market share and gaining more customers, getting greater access to customers by internal improved business processes, and net promoter scores. We all are quite familiar with that in terms of customer feedback, and operational metrics in terms of how long does it take for products to make it to market, and how does the IT solution enable that. And lastly, in terms of intellectual property around patents, license and revenue.